So, you want to know where my Robinhood account is? Stick around. Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Dave. I'm an online entrepreneur. I run a reselling business through eBay, a little bit of Facebook Marketplace as well. I invest into the stock market and I try to just find ways to pinch a penny, save some money, stretch some money, all that good stuff. In this video, we're going to go over my Robinhood portfolio. The last update that I made was on October 20th, and I believe the data from my Robinhood account was from October 16th. So it has been almost 3 months now to the day on my account. So it's going to be a good visual to show you what this account has done over the course of 3 months. I'll break down both what I have invested of my own cash over the last 3 months, grand total, and then how much my account has grown from that investment, just to give you an idea on where I'm at and what I got. Join me. I'm going to stop talking now and we're just going to start digging into the metrics and we'll go from here. So let's hang out. Okay, so as you can see here, my account since October 16th has increased to $129,000. It's shade over that right now. It's a live market, so it's fluctuating, right around that $129,100. But yeah, $129,000 is where the account is at this moment. So I'm excited to see where we are. I'm going to go through a similar review that I did before. I'm going to let you know what it was that I have invested so far. So on October 16th, my account was just over $105,000. Since then, I have invested $5,500 of my own money. So that would bring the account up to approximately $111,000. And this account, again, is sitting at over $129,000. So that's a pretty significant increase of about $18,000 just in the last 90 days, right? 90 days? Yeah, just in the last 90 days, my account has made $18,000. So I'm extremely happy. Again, I've made some emotional purchases on here. I've made some very calculated purchases on here. I think both are sort of working in my favor right now, because when the calculated risks and the safe purchases are on the low end, the stuff with the higher risk seems to be on the higher end, and vice versa when things are dropping off. There's a balance there. So I'm really happy with the choices that I made so far. So let's do a quick review. So for today, we're up $813, give or take, or 0.64%. For the week, forgive me, I have terrible internet, so it's going to take a second or two. For the week, the account is up $1,980, or 1.6%. For the month, we are showing 5.73% increase, or a total of $6,991. For 3 months, we are showing up 14.86%, or an increase of $16,695. I know, rough math, I just said it was 18,000, but give or take a couple hundred here and there. For the year, this is where it really starts to get exciting. I'm up 32.29%. So in a year, my portfolio has grown by $31,500. That's amazing. I cannot be happier with that. That is a part-time, that's some people's full-time job right there, is making that kind of money. And my account just made that in the last rolling 12 months. And as an all-time account, this portfolio is up 40.72%, or $37,362.60. So again, I'm super thrilled with this. I don't necessarily expect it to continue at such a steep increase, because again, if we look here back when the pandemic first hit in March, I started to invest heavily. I think it was somewhere around $30,000 that I put into the market, knowing that there was going to be some major upside coming out of this market. It was still a gamble. That was $30,000 of my hard-earned money over the last 12 years that I still could have risked losing in some way, shape, or form. But so far it's paying off, and I can't be happier. Next thing I'd like to do is take you through what I have ordered since October 28th. So it is a long list. I don't have it compiled out into just what I bought grand total from each company, but I will run through the screenshots and just show you so far what I have purchased since then. So again, I've reinvested every dividend that has come through, as well as the $5,500 that I invested in my own cash since the last video. So we'll go through some of the highlights here. So I purchased some Tesla on October 22nd at $438 a share. I bought 2 shares there. I bought some more Canopy Growth. So I'm definitely into the cannabis market in 2 separate companies. Aurora, I think it's Aurora Cannabis, and then Canopy Growth. Let me just double check. Yeah, Aurora Cannabis. So Canopy Growth is doing much better than Aurora, but nonetheless, I'm into both. About 6 shares there at $172. Bought 4 shares of McDonald's. McDonald's is just a company that I never had in, and I always wanted to, because they're not going anywhere, in my opinion. No matter how bad fast food is for you, McDonald's is here to stay for quite a long time, and it shows in their growth over the last few years. So I bought 4 shares at $228, or a total of $912. Some more Canopy Growth. Ford, every time I have spare change left in the account, it goes right to Ford. I'm still going to be a bull on Ford, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I think they have a lot of room to improve. It really isn't anywhere but up for them. And with what they've done in closing down some of their foreign market factories, closing down some of their non-profitable car lines, focusing on their moneymakers, which is their trucks, and now competing directly with the Wrangler with their new Ford Bronco, which still looks killer in my opinion. I think Ford is going to continue to move in the right direction. So I have been bullish on Ford for the last year and a half now, ever since I saw how cheap it was. I knew they were going to come back at some point. So about 2 shares there. NIO is another one of those electronic car company stocks. If you haven't heard about NIO, then you're not really paying attention to the stock market in terms of electronic vehicle stock growth. They're a Chinese company that are basically being compared to the Tesla of China. So keep your eyes on them. I don't want to say bullish on NIO, but I am going to continue to invest in them. I think there's a high level of upside for that company. This purchase was $1,000 worth. I bought 28 shares at $33 a share. I think the stocks are now over 60 for NIO, if I'm not mistaken. And analysts are saying that stock is going to continue to grow and probably hit $100 by the end of 2021. Some people are saying potentially higher. There's quite a few analysts that are saying 75 is the right number. But I'm confident it's probably going to see triple digits as time goes on. So yeah, a company to definitely keep your eyes on. Candy Technologies, that's another one, I believe, in the electronic vehicle sector. I bought 4 shares at $26.76 a share. I'm sorry, at $6.69 a share. They were cheap. I got into them when they were much more expensive than that, so I am in the negative, but I'm going to continue to dollar cost average just to make sure that I make my money work for me as time goes on. But I think they're another company that, as the electronic vehicle market continues to grow, they will be slower on the curve, but I think they will still come out of that hole and make me some good cash. Again, some more Ford, some more Candy. This Viatris buy, I think, was when Pfizer split with Viatris and then ended up giving every owner of a Pfizer share, for every 1 share of Pfizer they got, I believe it was 1 share of Viatris. So I was excited about that. Oh, here's another one. I bought another one of the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETFs. It was either leftover money from my own cash or it was a large dividend payment, and I decided to buy another share into that ETF just because I think ETFs are the way to go for safe, consistent growth because it just follows the stock market. safe. Remember, not a professional, just showing you my portfolio for fun. Ethereum. So this is one I finally bit the bullet and started to get into some type of electronic currency. So Ethereum is the way. I don't have the money to get into Bitcoin. I don't necessarily like buying partial shares of electronic currency like that. So I don't know if I want to continue to invest in Bitcoin if it's not a full share. But regardless, Ethereum is where I went. So far, I'm not upset. I'm definitely making some money here, but it's just virtual at this point because I'm not touching it. So a few different purchases. I believe it was a grand total of around $2,000. Yeah, around $2,000 worth for Ethereum, and it's already made some money back. But the Microsoft, Aurora Cannabis, but yeah, you get the idea. So definitely made some purchases and reinvested, mostly back into companies that I already have. Because I have a lot. I have way more than what I'm honestly capable of just consistently staying up on all the details for. And I know that and I understand that. But at the same time, these are companies that have been around for decades. They're not going anywhere. So I can sort of set it and forget it mentality and just really spot check to make sure that there's no major market fluctuations or no major issues that come up in that segment, that sector, or for that specific company. For the most part, it's set it, it's forget it, and just let time go by and let the prices increase. I'm going to show you my current dividend payments since the last purchase. So again, or since the last video, I'm sorry. All right, so again, the data that we had taken from that video was October 16th, the video published October 22nd. So I'm going to review the dividends that have been paid to me since then. I'm not going to have the collective price. I'm just going to skim through and show you some of the line items to show you, to give you an idea on what type of dividend payments I've had. So some pretty small ones here, some Prospect Capital, a dividend of 6 cents. AT&T, $21.84, so $21.84. I'm not going to argue that. $2 from Vanguard Total Bond Market, $4 from the iShares corporate bond ETF. John Deere, 76 cents. Apple, $3.90. Pfizer paid out a $14 dividend. Where's another good one? Microsoft, $20 dividend. I'll take that. Coca-Cola, $20, $5 from McDonald's, $4 from Realty Income, $8 from the Dow Jones Select Dividend ETF, $3.95 from the bond ETF. I think that's a monthly, if I'm not mistaken, a monthly dividend payment, which is nice. I'll take monthly as much as I can get it. $20 from the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. And then here's the big one, $165.74 on December 30th for the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF. So this is paid quarterly. So every 3 months or 4 times a year, I'm paid a dividend for this company. It should continue to grow, but I would say as of right now, I would expect nothing less than every 4 months, $165.74. That's pretty awesome, right? So four times a year, you can have a family cell phone bill or a major electric bill or some type of a bill or multiple bills paid with this one dividend payment. So that's pretty awesome to think of it from that perspective. So right now, my money is starting to make enough money to start paying some of my bills. If I absolutely wanted to, I can. I obviously reinvest everything. I don't have it set on auto reinvest, but I manually go in and reinvest every time I get a payment. Let's see what happened here today. I just had an announcement. LMAT is up today by 6.5%, which is a 52-week high. $1.5 from Vanguard Mega Cap, $15 from PP&L. And then as of right now, I have 4 pending dividends. So on the 15th, which is tomorrow, I have $4.46 waiting to deposit from Realty Income. I have 6 cents waiting from Prospect Capital. That'll be on January 21st. AT&T on February 1st will be depositing $22.36 for a dividend payment. And John Deere on February 8th will be depositing 76 cents for a dividend. So again, this is my money now, just making more money. My money is doing the job that I wanted to do. I want to get to the point where eventually I can take a step back and sit back and my money does the job for me. My money does the work for me. So some pretty cool stuff. I think it's just really awesome to share and showcase what potentials are out there if you understand what you're doing, you do enough research, you get comfortable with risk. And I don't mean complacent with risk, and I don't mean negatively comfortable with risk, but you need to be able to say, okay, if I take this chunk of money and I put it into this bank account could disappear. If you're not comfortable doing that, don't invest. Do not invest into the stock market, my opinion. But if you can take 500 here, 500 there, 1,000 here, and if you lost that $1,000, you could still put food on the table, you can still pay all your bills, you can still keep the roof over your head, then do it. Take a risk and do it, but learn, educate yourself. There's a ton of free material out there. There are people at my level, there are people below my level, there are people well above my level in terms of knowledge and expertise. I don't claim to know much of anything. I'm still figuring it out as I go along. I'm just bringing you along the ride with me. But yeah, like just start with something like YouTube. Get an idea with where people are at in their investment portfolios. What are they investing in and why? And learn how to read balance sheets and really the company's metrics to understand, are they a healthy and low risk, medium risk, or high risk company to invest into, and then make the decision based off of as much research and education that you can possibly find for yourself. All right, that's it. Shows where we're at. We're going to leave today with this number at $128,976.70. So hopefully this continues to grow as time goes on. I'm really excited to see this portfolio continue to increase. And if you have any ideas on some companies that I should look into and why, like, please leave a comment on this video. Let me know what your thoughts are. And you never know, maybe I'll start getting into a couple new companies or funds just because of the feedback that you guys give me. And we'll see what happens from there. So, all right, thank you all again. I appreciate it. If you thought any of this was helpful or entertaining, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell too. You have to be a subscriber in order for that notification bell to work. But what that does is it pushes a message to you and just says, Dave Stewart uploaded a video. So it lets you know every single time that I post a new video in real time. So that way you're up to speed on where I'm at, what I'm doing, how much fun I'm having, and on occasion, how big of a goofball I make myself out there. So thank you all. I appreciate everything. Let's have a good 2021, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.